Welcome to the new standard of integrated health and performance. This is Genuine Athletics and Rehabilitation. Come on in, guys. So we're really excited to take you for a tour of Genuine Athletics and Rehabilitation today, because I think that what we have here is really something special. We're more than just a clinic. We're more than just a gym. This is the new standard of integrated health and performance. So as you can see here, we have a beautiful waiting area. Whether you're waiting for your clinic appointment or preparing for your personal training session, this is the perfect area. Just kind of hang out, put your shoes on, get ready for the day, set the tone. As you walk in, we have our boxing bags, 3 different types of boxing bags, quite a few different martial arts athletes that come here. Coming into our cardio section, being more of a private studio, we're never going to have a need for, excess amount of cardio equipment, but we should have everything that you need to perform the exercise that you need to see the results that you deserve. So we do have a Stairmaster. We have 5 treadmills, row erg, 2 air bikes, a couple spin bikes. One of the other things that I would like to highlight today as well is that we do have equipment that should be able to help you train for whatever modality that you want. So we do have gymnastics rings, we do have a climbing rope, basically anything to train for CrossFit, strongman, powerlifting, bodybuilding, general functional training, whatever you want to do, you can do it here at Genuine Athletics and Rehabilitation. We do have 750 square feet of turf. We have 3 sleds. We do have a yoke as well. So as you're coming down here, we have a plethora of bands, never a shortage here. We do have both pound plates, bumpers, and iron plates, as well as calibrated plates. So if you don't want to do kg to pound math, we do have a calibration plate chart here that will do all the math for you. Over here, we have basically my pride and joy. I've found these from all over the world. This is our kettlebell collection. So anywhere from Germany, the States, Italy, Europe. But I think these are pretty cool. A lot of different faces, a lot of different personalities. We have sandbags all the way up to 220 pounds and a wide variety of different plyometric boxes. So over here on our rig, we do have 3 wall ball stations. So again, if you're doing any form of CrossFit training, you're able to do that. And something simple but unique and cool is jammer arms. So pretty versatile, wide variety piece of equipment that you can do a ton of different exercises, whether it be rows, jerks, snatches, presses. Really cool piece of equipment. We do have a ton of different specialty bars. So we have 3 SSB bars. I'll show you the other ones when we're over there. But big strongman tire, dumbbells, slam balls, different med balls. So one of the things that I personally enjoy about specialty bars is that it gives you a ton of versatility in your training without taking up a massive footprint. So our facility here was a sheaves fit for over 20 years before we ended up being able to take it over. It is 8,200 square feet. It's a good size for a private studio, for a small public gym. And us being a private studio, it's about 3 to 4 times the size of the average studio. So we kind of have the nice happy medium of both worlds. But things like this, we have 2 different types of football bars. So this is the Kabuki cambered bar. We have logs. This one is 185 pounds with our unloaded, another 50-pound log here. We have Olympic bars, multi-use bars, powerlifting bars, deadlift bars, squat bars, buffalo bars, axle bars, farmer's handles. So pretty wide variety, but I believe that we have over 38 different barbells here. Something simple like a deadlift jack, just kind of saving your back, is definitely a nice little touch. So over there, we have all of our bumper plates. Over here, we have all of our competition calibrated plates. So we have 2 sets of Rogue KG plates. We have 3 different types of trap bars. So here is the Kabuki bar. It's nice because it has its own built-in deadlift jack. We're definitely not afraid of chalk here at Genuine Athletics. So have our own nice custom chalk bowl. So definitely a nice, cool touch. Thank you, Rob, for building me that. He also built me out these really cool wagon wheels. So when we hosted a strongman competition, these were really cool. Kind of makes it almost like a makeshift rack pull in a sense. Another really cool option is our wide variety of landmine attachments. So here's something for like a Viking press. These two, I believe this is, pure motion. But both of these are used for if you want to do any sort of like core crusher, athletic type of movement, rotational components. Nice for T-bar rows. Whether it be landmine attachments, cable attachments, barbells, like I said before, it's really cool that it adds so much versatility to your training without taking up a large footprint. But we still have a pretty good selection of machines that just take a little bit more pressure off of your joints, allow you to do any sort of overload principles. So pretty standard, but we got the Life Fitness leg extension, leg curl. We do have a functional trainer here, as well as a pretty wide variety of cable attachments. So something like, Big Bob here, but tsunami bar, bend and curls. We have over 8 different kinds of tricep extension rope. It's also pretty cool, but it's a pretty wide variety of different cable attachments. Our dumbbell selection. So we have 2 sets of 5 to 50 pounds. That's not including all of the hex dumbbells we have on the other side of the gym, closer to the athletic training area. But the dumbbells do go up to 140 pounds. We have 4 adjustable benches. These 2 from Rogue are really cool because you can attach a decline attachment if you want to do decline sit-ups, decline bench of any sorts. Coming over to our attachment wall. So simple things like iron neck training components, tib raises, hamstring curls, squat wedges, whatever you want. This is really cool for Bulgarian split squats. But we do have 2 stations for water, one here and one at the front of the gym. As well as what you may notice at the gym is we do have a wide variety of professional athletic jerseys. These are all people that I've either personally worked with or some of my team has, as well as Ryan Hurst, who's featured as Opie in Sons of Anarchy. And I recently worked with him as Kratos in the new God of War series that's coming out. This is pretty cool, versatile piece of equipment, but you can do lateral raises, pec flies, rear delt flies, single arm lateral raises. But again, one of the things I really like here is multi-use pieces of equipment, small footprint, lots of versatility. Plate loaded T-bar row. And then coming here, you can see this is our machine area. What was funny actually is when I first opened the gym is I ended up building a studio wall here and we ended up having like a full boxing and yoga studio. I thought I'd just get a little bit better use out of turning it into a machine room. So that's what we did. But booty builder V squat, Nautilus hack squat, hammer strength leg press. Quick little story on this leg press. One of the first gyms that I really started taking my fitness seriously was Steve Nash Fitness World in Delta. When they shut down, they auctioned off all their equipment. And this was the leg press from Steve Nash Delta. But I remember being like 18, 19 years old and leg pressing over 2,000 pounds, having a bunch of my friends on there. I have a couple cool videos of that. But it's been a nostalgic piece to me. I opened this place with no family money, investors, partners, anything, and I do not come from money. So one of the things I'm very proud of is that I've managed to acquire a lot of really cool, unique pieces on a budget because it's something I've had to do my entire life. But this piece I ended up actually getting for only $500 from the original owner of or creator of Apex Fitness Equipment. So it was actually a demo model that he ended up never bringing to production. So it's like a one of one piece, which is really cool. Number two, it also runs on a belt system rather than a cable system, which I think just feels a lot smoother. Pec deck, rear delt fly, adductor, abductor, shoulder press, or chest press, Smith machine, a couple different hammer strength row machines. So should have at least a couple pieces for each and every individual body part, giving you that versatility to your training that you deserve. So Rogue Donkey, GHD, reverse hyper combo, and handicap washroom here. But as you can see, the gym itself, we are primarily a personal private training studio focusing on personal training, kinesiology, team training, and adult group classes, as well as our youth programs. But the nice thing is we can control the flow. So even when we are at like our peak busiest, we have currently 13 or 14 personal trainers. And let's say that they're working on the floor, we end up having 5 to 10 members, as well as a group class, or even a team of up to 24 athletes at one time. Considering we control the flow, it never feels like you're on top of each other. You're never waiting for equipment. And hopefully your workout is, optimal. So we'll take you to the clinic. So coming into the rehabilitation side of our practice, we do have 9 private treatment rooms, as well as our performance testing area. So here we are lucky enough to have 2 different pieces of VALD technology. This is the force frame, which is basically a fixed frame dynamometer, allowing you to test every muscle, joint, ligament individually. This is the force plates, which assesses more like functional components, which is like asymmetry, any sort of imbalance, your max strength, max power, max speed, as well as the rate of the force production, but very data-driven here. So as well as we do have a in-body testing machine just for more of our personal training side of things. But the nice thing about our facility and having physiotherapy, personal training, chiropractic, naturopathic medicine, kinesiology, acupuncture, registered massage therapy, we have our own ecosystem where each service individually does complement one another, and it allows people to go from rehab to performance seamlessly all under one roof. I'll take you through a quick tour of some of our treatment rooms. Massage therapy. These rooms are currently in use. Massage therapy. Sorry guys, it's a busy day. Counseling and like a bit of a personal training office. So both of our washrooms, we do have towel service, showers, a couple stalls. So beautiful custom tile shower. As well as we do pride ourselves on offering all the amenities, whether that be Q-tips, dental floss, what's it called? Soap, shampoos, deodorant, perfume, whatever you want, but it all should be here. On the other side of our practice, majority of our therapists do definitely pride themselves in terms of trying to be more hands-on rather than relying on different tools or modalities. Doesn't mean we don't use them in specific unique cases. So we do have diagnostic or 2 different types of diagnostic ultrasound. This is used from our naturopathic doctor for any sort of injection she's doing. We also have a pelvic floor ultrasound to align with one of our pelvic floor physiotherapists, Brittany Wade. This is a therapeutic ultrasound and combo IFC or like TENS machine. So a couple different modalities that definitely can benefit. Spot monitor, but these are all good sized treatment rooms, well kept, very organized. Definitely blessed to have the team that we do right now. So, but all electric beds, regularly cleaned. One of the things I like about our ecosystem here at Genuine Athletics and Rehabilitation is that you have personal training, kinesiology, registered massage therapy, physiotherapy, chiropractic, acupuncture, counseling, everything under one roof. When I was competing as a professional strongman or nationally for powerlifting, bodybuilding, Olympic weightlifting, I was seeing a bunch of different practitioners all over the Lower Mainland, and I never felt like Each of those practitioners were really good individually at what they did, but I wasn't good enough at diagnosing my own treatment plan. So the feedback that I was giving them and what I was asking them to work on my body was almost a bit too much, because since each practitioner has their own specialty, they weren't individually communicating. And it just kind of made me feel like I was falling short in terms of my recovery. Having everybody under one roof and having everybody actually communicate and work together seamlessly, there's no ambiguity. There's no ambiguity, where you just have a clear path to move forward. You understand each and every individual step along the way. We do use industry-leading technology to drive our treatments forward, but it's something that really makes Genuine Athletics and Rehabilitation special, and something that we're very, very proud of. Thank you for coming on this tour of our gym and rehab clinic today. We hope to see you soon. We do offer online bookings for all of our clinical treatments, free consultations for all of our with all of our personal trainers. Inquire on our website. Check us out on Google. Read over 500 plus 5-star Google reviews. We look forward to seeing you soon.